For video 3 in the Beretta series we are going to look at some of Beretta's guns that I personally have. Before I get into this topic, you people out there who are buying the M17 or M18 because now for some reason that is the military's choice for a weapon. Basically, it's a SIG P320 or 320C, Desert Tan, a couple of different modifications from the commercial version of the SIG 320s to be military spec or whatever the military requests. I see a lot of people out there with them, and they're in a hard plastic case. You do some research and just search this. SIG sells an M17 and an M18 in a cardboard case. See this right here? Now, SIG is probably being true to form of, giving people a blow molded plastic nice case with an M17, M18. However, that's not how they're delivered to the military. They come in this box. Beretta did this too. They had M9s that were in nice cases, but this is technically what was delivered to the military. And they are, to me, if you say you've got a mil spec gun, like, oh, I bought this from a friend, so it was used. I didn't pay a lot of money for it. Guy shot it a lot, and it's held up beautifully. I think this is a way better military gun. It's hard to compete with the 1911 because it ran so long, but I do think this was a pretty good choice. And I think out of the 1911 M9, M17, M18, this is probably one of the better choices. I think this is just me personally. I have SIG P320 and a 320C. Okay, they're okay. They work. All right. Ooh, whiz bang. I'm not going to pay extra for M17, 18 designation. This one, since I got it relatively inexpensive, well over, 20 years ago now, probably 15 years ago at least, and maybe a little longer. So we'll just go ahead and open her up. And this one right here is the box it came in. The serial numbers are right here on the side. They match the gun. And this one came with, now I did change the grips out. So this one came with 3 or 4 mags actually. So I got 4 mags there. All the paperwork. I think I got the original grips in here too. But, yep, see right there, original grips. So we got the original grips. I put the Crimson Trace on this because I like the Crimson Trace. These Crimson Trace have the turn it on down here under the bottom. Now, when it comes to lasers, get out in the sunlight, they're worthless, absolutely worthless. Very hard to find. Let's see if it's on. Nope, not on. So let's turn the switch on. See, still working. After all these years of sitting in there, I just leave it off normally. So this one has the Crimson Trace laser, which has the right and left, up and down, elevation and windage, whatever you want to call it. So we'll go ahead and clear the gun, make sure nothing in it. Last I checked, there was nothing in it. So as you can see, nothing in it. This one, push over here, turn down, and off the front. Pretty simple to take down. I love this takedown. And I actually put this old buffer in here. I forgot about that. Oh, that thing looks like junk. The guy was kind of local. God, I even put that in there. God, that's been so long. Now, this is not encapsulated. The guy's, he had a company. He was kind of local to me. It was something he was nearby. Blackjack Buffers is what he called himself. Oh, boy. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So there it is. Completely taken down. Got to hit and push that. So there it is, fully seated. He was local. He had the company called Blackjack Buffers. And I don't know. The buffer, trust me, I really can't tell much of a difference with them. You know, met him at a local store and he was telling me about what he does. He does a pour. Nothing real innovative, but he had some blue buffers or whatever that went in the. Now the gun cycles with this in it. Looks a little off though. So supposedly the idea is when the gun cycles, you'll hit this, and you can see it's taking some beating. I don't know if that's just because it's been in here so long. God, that's now I'm telling you how old I am. 12 years ago or something when I met the feller, or 11 years ago, and bought a bunch of these. I bought a bunch of different OS buffers, but anyhow, is what it is. The so we'll just put this back on the slide. It goes right back on in reverse. Lock it back. Click it up. She's back in. No function checker. Okay. Fire. And there's the reset. I mean, I love the trigger on these. I really do. It's got a very short reset right there. Yeah. I'll get in this in a later video. The bad thing, or a buddy of mine said he didn't like, was that when you put the safety on, it decocks it. He didn't like that. Now, Taurus PT92, the hammer will stay back and not decock. So when the hammer's back and you rotate the safety on, the hammer stays back in the Taurus PT92. We'll talk about that in the video when I do a shooting video on it. But anyway, this is to me what I thought. This is what I think of when I think of U.S. military sidearm. This right here, because I believe this was probably a much better design than the M17, M18. It's definitely an improvement over the M9 or the 1911. I know a lot of FUDs will be like, it'll be around for 3 and 4 world wars, and depending on how you count a world war, you know. I mean, we've been in a lot of conflicts all the time, even after the big World War II, but WW2. But anyway, this is my take on the Beretta M9. My take on companies like SIG not giving it to you in a box or selling you the M17, M18 in a box. That's technically not military spec because military requests a box. Now, I got it. Argue in the comments. I don't read them. But anyway, this is my take on the Beretta M9. We'll go to the shooting portion. It's I think it's a great gun. They're absolutely fantastic. You can't go wrong with having one. And don't worry, the next video will be the Beretta 92 FS from Italy. I have an Italian. Oh, another thing, military pistols must be made in America. The U.S. government will not buy it unless it's made in the U.S. So just a little side caveat to my gripe on the cardboard box edition. So we'll take you to the shooting portion now. All right, so we got the M9 out here. This is 5 rounds. We've had a lot of issues out of this Ammo Inc. Sierra 124 grain jacketed hollow point. So we're going to see how the Beretta feeds the 5 rounds that we got loaded up in it. So, why am I so high? I got to shoot at the feet? Okay. Well, the Beretta at least cycled it, so now it's Mike's turn.
All right, so like he said before, we're trying out this Ammo Inc. 115 grain Sierra bullets because they don't work very well in the other guns we use. So let's try it out. Jeez, where is it going?
Told you it was.
Oh, there we go.
Well, it cycled.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty.